Hey, welcome to this tech tip video. We're going to be going over Jupiter, everything over there. Obviously, you guys know we talk about Jupiter a lot. We talk about the staking, the governance, and all that kind of stuff. But I'm going to go over the rest of the platform and what you can do since this platform is so full of features and so nice to use in the ecosystem. Let's go over here. Now, this is the jupe.ag page. This is exactly what you will see if you come over here and you have your Phantom wallet connected. We talked about the governance already, so we're not going to go over that, but I'm going to go over how to do everything on this page, including the swap limit, the DCA, and then we're going to talk about the perps a little bit and see what that entails. Now, the cool thing about Jupiter's new update is they have a chart here now. They didn't have this before, and it's actually in the trading pair that you have selected. So right now I have USDC Sol. I can switch that back and forth so the chart will kind of inverse, and then I will switch it back to Sol USDC so you can see the Sol price for every USDC, or for the price of Sol is 192.34 USDC. So this is really nice now. So the reason this is nice is because if I switch this to like JLP Sol, I can see that chart. And if I switch it to like if I was going to buy Jupiter, and I wanted to compare it, I could pair trade it now against Solana. And that's so nice and convenient for a lot of trading pairs, because I always wonder if I'm losing or if I'm winning or if anything else is happening. Also, you now have a swap history down here of all the swaps that you've done. And then you also have some other options here. The Jupiter Z is the new gasless transaction system that Jupiter has set up. Now, all of the gas fees are kind of built into the token price. You won't be paying any gas fees. You'll also be paying exactly the amount quoted, and you'll get exactly the amount quoted when you receive it. So that's kind of cool as well. So let's go ahead and pop through a couple of these transactions to show you how this all works. Now, I have some USDC in my wallet. It looks like 57. If I wanted to use half of that, I could, which is kind of nice. So you can do like half of your purchase there. If I wanted to max that out and get all the Jupiter or all the Solana that I could, I'm going to go ahead and do that. So I get 0.2999 Solana. Let's go ahead and hit swap. And as you can tell, it's going to swap at this price here. That's the current price. And it kind of shows you too, if there's going to be any slippage. And this is like, even though I'm trading $57.34, it's actually 57.35 USDC. Sometimes since the price of USDC is 99 cents, it's a little bit different. But that's exactly how much I'm trading, and I'm going to be getting $57.45 worth of Solana. So basically no slippage whatsoever, which is pretty nice. You'll notice a big change when you're using this versus either like other Uniswap or anything else. And then the Phantom wallet, you can also see that the network fee is 0.00004 Solana, less than a cent basically. So pretty cool. So I'm going to confirm this transaction, and it'll show up down here as soon as it is done. And we compare the 0.29927 to what actually completes in this transaction here. So 0.29927 is so close, guys. This usually swaps. Like, I've never had a problem with slippage. You can change the slippage if you need to by going to the settings, but I usually have an auto. You can manually set some things up, but I never need to. So I'm not even going to go over that, because on MetaMask, I went over all that stuff and all the changes that you can make and stuff. But really, we're not going to do that. We're just going to leave everything the same. You could adjust it if it's like a high risk meme token that's going to be adjusting like every second or whatever, then you're going to have to adjust those probably. But for the most part, just set it on auto, and Jupiter does a swell job of picking that up. Now, as long as you're not trading right as soon as the token launches and you're trading into some strange liquidity pool things or other things that you might not need to be trading into. Now, the next thing that I want to go over is a limit. This is really cool. So first, I'm gonna switch this to Solana since I don't have any USDC left, and let's just go buy some Jupiter, for example. Okay, so let's say I have one Solana and I want to buy some Jupiter, but I want to wait until I buy. Let's see, right now with Jupiter, one Solana I get 225 Jupiter. So this is where I kind of set the price. Now, it's easier to see, like, for example, if I was going USDC, I wish I had some USDC left, but I don't have any. Then you can set the price in USDC. So let's say I wanted to buy Jupiter when it dropped down to 84 cents. I could do that. So now that you've seen where you set it in the USDC, most people will be trading out of USDC, but there are some people that are going to be trading out of Solana. So actually, I'm going to go get some USDC because I think it'll just make things a little bit easier to explain other than pair trading Solana. So even though I just bought some Solana, I'm going to go ahead and bounce out of this. Let's go ahead and swap back out of that. And the fees are so cheap, I'm not even worried about this because it's not like trading on MetaMask where you're burning $25 to $50 in ETH fees every time you do this. So that traded fairly quickly. Let's go ahead and do that. And then we're going to go ahead and buy some Jupiter here. So this is boom, boom, Jupiter. Oops, I hit the JLP, which is the PERPS that we talked about, the liquidity token that we talked about not too long ago in one of our videos. So let's just say we want to buy $50 worth of Jupiter. And we want to buy that when a price hits 84 cents. Okay, so what we would do, as soon as this drops down to 84 cents, it'll fill. And we can set it to expire whenever we want, 10 minutes, an hour, 1 day, 3 days, 7 days, or never expire. So let's just say I want it to fill within the next hour or else the order will cancel. And if it cancels, then that's fine. So we're going to go ahead and place this limit order. You have to sign the transaction. And what it actually does is it uses and it takes the USDC balance, so you can't use that. So if it actually auto refreshed. I had $191 before. Now I have $141 that I can use here. Now, this order will stay open until the price hits 84 cents, which is kind of cool. You set a limit order on a decentralized exchange. You can do this on centralized exchanges or whatever, and you guys know how to do that. So now this is on a decentralized exchange. So that order will just hang out, and I will get 59.52 Jupiter exactly. And you can set as many of those up as you want. Just remember, it takes away from the balance. Now, I can go cancel that order. I can edit that order. I'll just wait for that order to fill, and it'll fill in the middle of the night, in the middle of the day. I can also do the inverse. I can also set it up to sell my Solana at a certain price or something like that when Solana hits a certain price. So if we were to do that, then we would wait till Solana hit a higher price. So let's just say if I wanted to sell one Solana, and then I wanted to wait until the price hit 194, since I'm selling, I'll wait till it hits 194. And then if it hits 194 in the next hour, then it will go ahead and sell that Solana. So let's go ahead and set that up as well. And that way, as Solana jumps up, it'll start to fill that order, which is kind of cool. So both those orders are open, and they will both cancel in the next hour since I set them up only to an hour, which is kind of cool. The next feature that I want, and I don't think that'll hit during the time of this video, so we're just going to leave those there, and I'll just let those kind of fill. The next one we want to look at is DCA strategy here, okay? So this is kind of cool. I refreshed because I only have 7 Solana that I can use now because the other one's pending for a purchase of some USDC. Now, let's just say that I want to buy some more Solana, or let's actually buy some Jupiter because that'll be cooler. That just makes more sense, right? Then we can go stake that later whenever we want. Now, let's just say I want to buy every minute at a price of, I can actually set my price range. So let's just say I want to buy, as long as the price is in between 84 cents and 87 cents. So really anywhere in there. That way, if it's kind of going up, I can do that. So this will set to buy every minute. Let's go every minute, and let's do 3 orders. So we're going to have to, I think I can only do 2 orders so basically, increase your allocation. Let's go 1-on-1. Anyway, and I'm going to buy Jupiter every minute. It's going to fill this entirety, and it's going to basically spill it. So it's going to go $50.50 the first order, and then it'll spend $50.50 the second order, okay? Because I'm doing such a small amount, it's not going to do a lot. And I'll start that DCA. So what's going to happen here, as soon as we do this, we're going to push this order through. It's going to show in the pending, and it is going to create 101 USDC that's going to be split over and DCA'd into 2 orders, okay? So in 1 minute, it should fill the first order here, and we'll be able to see that. Actually, let me see if it filled right away, the first order. I'm not sure if it fills right away or if it waits a minute. Yeah, it's going to wait a minute. So it'll fill as long as, and it just goes over your stipulations, as long as the price is above $84 and below above 84 cents and below 87 cents, it's going to fill. Okay, so we just got to wait for the first minute to pass, and it should fill that. And then we can also go through and we can cancel and close this order if we wanted to before. And even if it's partially submitted and partially completed, if it's only spent the first $50.50, you can cancel that order and it will cancel out. Okay. So you can see that I have a total of $101 in the deposit for the DCA strategy. And there's 2 orders remaining. So none of those have filled or anything else has happened yet. And then this will tell you the average price that you got it. So if you did it over like a period of 10 days where you wanted just to buy $1,000 of Jupiter in $100 increments over 10 days, it'll buy $100 a day for every day over those 10 days. And then it'll kind of show you the average price, which is way cool. This is the best way to set up a DCA strategy and kind of see anything that you've done with your past purchases. And then it keeps this order history here too as well. So let's go ahead, and I think a minute's passed, give or take. I don't know if I've yacked on for a minute or not. But yeah, it looks like, so half of this is filled. You can see I have 58 Jupiter. So it looks like I bought 58 Jupiter, my first order. It looks like the average price, so it looks like it spent 86 cents per Jupiter. Not a great fill, but just a little bit above where the market price is. It's okay. And sometimes it'll feel a little bit better than that, and sometimes worse, whatever. That's fine. Current price is 85 cents, so it's got to fill one more time. So in the next minute, this thing will kind of bump through, and then we'll complete out our order. And then that DCA strategy will be done over the next couple of minutes, which is kind of cool. So now let's go back here, and let's just assume, let's see if any of my limit orders have filled. I don't think so. Yeah, because this has canceled. Oh, and I want to show you canceling these, because we're actually just going to cancel this order out. No, I'll leave it up. What if Jupiter falls? I actually want some Jupiter. So I'm going to actually leave that order up here. And then it kind of shows you like all of your swaps here, which is really nice. And this order should have definitely filled by now because 2 minutes I think have passed. And, oh, no. Like maybe a half a second left. Dude, I bet you we're like half a second away from filling that thing. Let's refresh here. And nope. Anyway. Okay. So next thing's next, I'm going to go ahead and show you the perp page. Now this is interesting, and this is kind of good to know because this shows you all the fees and stuff that are being generated in the JLP pool, which is right over here. This is the JLP pool. And remember, you get 75% of these fees are actually averaged out amongst all the JLP holders, which is kind of cool. And right now it looks like the APY is about 33%. Based on those fees. This is what the pool makeup looks like. You can see the weighting and stuff. I'm not going to go over that since we've already done that in multiple other videos and kind of went over that. But you can kind of see all that stuff. But I kind of want to show you the fees since I don't think we've ever gone over that. Now, you can go long or short with leverage. And what this means is you actually use what is in these pools to help leverage your position. So use your collateral, and then you use a little bit of what's in the pools and you can leverage your position. So for example, right now, there's about 2.5 million of liquidity available. I've seen that go to 0 during crazy times, but because I just watch this, I don't really trade leverage ever. And so I just kind of watch this stuff because it's kind of cool to see. But if you ever did this, I'm just going to show you since it's on the platform. And even though you don't need to do this, I'm going to show you. So this is if you wanted to go long Solana. And if you want to go like 10x leverage here, you can actually trade 70 Solana, 69.3 Solana or whatever it is. I'm going to show you the fees, okay? Because they're pretty crazy. And if you're crazy enough to pay these, then that's fine because they all go to the perp pool. So your open fee for this is $8. You might have a price impact of $1.30. And then you get charged 0.0052% per hour, which actually adds up fairly quickly. So your fees are going to generate, they're going to be pretty high and pretty fast. Now, the more leverage that you put on, the higher your fees are going to be. So it's going to double that. The borrow rate per hour is still the same percentage, but it's on more leverage. So it's on the amount that you're actually borrowing out of the pool. So it does cost more. So if I wanted to 20x, now if I 20x'd this 7 SOL at 20x leverage, which is crazy, I would be liquidated at a price of $182. So it only has a drop $10, which In the last 24 hours, it's already been to 175, so you'd probably get liquidated pretty quickly. Pretty crazy. So 10x leverage, you would be liquidated at 173, which very possible to hit that as well. So the same is true if you wanted to short Solana. You can also short it by using the same type of metrics here. So once you put on a long position, I'm just going to show you how fast these fees add up and like kind of what this does for you. So let's go ahead and go long Solana or whatever. Now, this is something that I haven't really done much, but I'll show you. Anyway, so it kind of goes through here, confirm that. Now, I just want to show you how fast these fees are racking up because it's crazy. So once you go long Solana, look, I already am down $17. I'm already down 1% on this trade just because of the fees that are in here. Now I can turn off the view of the fees and it looks like I'm up, but once you include the fees, you're down 12%. You can edit, you can add to a leverage position, which is really actually pretty cool that they built it this way. And that's the only reason I'm showing you this, because don't trade leverage. But anyway, this really cool platform. Anyway, you can edit, you can actually add to your long position just to safety up a little bit more. I don't think I have any Solana left really, but you can add, this is where you can like take out of your position a little bit as well. You can also add like a take profit point. If you think it's going to hit like 195, you can just do like set limit orders and stuff like that. And you can take profit at those certain points. But this basically will show how much fees you have. If you hover over this, you can see I'm up or I'm down $2, but my fees I've accrued, I have an $8 open fee and an $8 close fee, which is almost it's 0.06%, plus your borrow fee will keep accruing. Okay. So I'm actually down $20, which is kind of crazy. Anyway, so don't do that stuff. Anyway, so I'm going to go show you that my limit orders have, my DCA orders have completely filled. I can go in the past DCAs and I can see both filled. And now I have in my wallet, if I look at how much Jupiter I have in my wallet here, I go over, check that out. Oh, well, bam, have 117 Jupiter in my wallet. That's what I'm talking about. So that filled very nicely. I got an average price of 0.8563. Looks like the second fill was a lot better than the first one, if I remember correctly, and we're good to go. The Jupiter platform is so useful and so intuitive, and it works so well with the Phantom wallet. I think you guys are going to like it. These features right here don't use the perps because it's too dangerous to trade on leverage or whatever. I'm going to go shut that out here in a second right after this video is done because it's just not worth it. And then you can't sleep at night and you will cry. Anyway, but I had to show you for those that want to learn about the system. Anyway, Jupiter is a really good platform, and if you haven't seen our other video on the Jupiter governance, how to stake Jupiter and how to vote on all the governance proposals, then go ahead and do that. Really good platform. Anyway, check it out. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you want more tech tip videos just like this one, go ahead and go to nickblacktex.com, put in your name and email, and subscribe to our mailing list, and we will send these out to you. Pay gratis. Take it easy. Good luck. We'll see you in the next one.